do it. Let's just do it. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play Paint Alive. What up, man? Hope you're having that good Thursday evening. And here we go once again. Still getting set up here. Been kind of a slightly hectic evening trying to get all this up and ready. But now here we are. I'm just getting set up for the painty paints. I'm going to go ahead and jump in for the hell of it. I'm going to go ahead and jump in a chat here and just see. There we go. I'm just going to do this. And do I have, make sure I got the right things going. Yeah, looks like I do. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn that bad boy on. Oh, wait. No, wait. Fix that. All right. We'll get to it soon. All right, let's try it now. Ha! Ha! We did it. Okay. So tonight we're going to be painting some Star Wars Legion. This just showed up right tonight, in fact, right in front of me. And we're going to be painting up some Star Wars Legion. And I just built these literally minutes ago. Built, primed, based, doing the thing. We got K2SO. Got another robot here. And we got some people and some aliens. I don't know. You guys tell me what who these are. This is a dude from Rouge One, that movie, you know, where there was a Death Star that didn't blow up, and that was kind of the point of that movie. And then we got the guy from Rouge One. We got some female stormtrooper with some good RBF going on there. She's not happy to be here. She's got a long rifle. And then you got Ozone from Breakin'. He's got that alien face. He's like, yeah, he's got the same Kangol hat that like Ozone had from Breakin' 2 when he's dancing on top of the community center. I got that guy. Relax, Star Wars fans. I know they have names. Jeez. And then you got Natalie Portman, right? Everybody loves Natalie Portman. This is how democracy does. This is her. That's her. That's her, guys. It's Natalie Portman. Anyways, we're going to get to it. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or threats. It's going to be a nice, quiet evening painting. We'll see. We'll see if it's not a quiet evening. I think it'll be a quiet evening. But then again, you guys tell me. All right? So you guys get to see the beginning of the process. And the first thing I would typically do when faced with such a task is I'm going to do the people skin first, because I know the people skin and I have a system for the people skin. And if you were watching Twitch the other night, you would know a little bit about my people skin method. We're going to do some people skin. I'm going to start off with some Guilliman flesh. So Guilliman flesh here. I don't know why I feel like mispronouncing everything tonight, but I do, so we'll deal. Guilliman flesh. Look at that. So the importance here with Guilliman flesh is to get yourself a nice, wet, full coat that you can move. You want to have enough liquid to move around the model, and you don't want to strand yourself dry somewhere, because that's when you leave brush strokes, okay? And you do not want to leave brush strokes or pooling. You know, as you want that as little as possible. See right there, I waited too long. It's a little bit of a gap there. on the bottom of the cheek. It's harder to tell now, but let's do her hand. It looks like it's just more of like a fingerless glove situation on that side, but she has, wait, I think, yeah, and then I think her sleeve is rolled up on this side. I could be wrong. No, that's a sleeve also. So there's really not that much skin showing on Natalie here. Natalie. If you guys didn't know The Lonely Island and you've heard of that song, Natalie's Rap. It's a gangster rap tribute to Natalie Portman by The Lonely Island. It's a very good song, super explicit though, so don't listen to it with your kids. And I don't know her name. Her name is like Vita Loca or something. I don't remember. We'll look up her name in a minute. I know Star Wars fans. It's gonna be okay. Okay, I'm butchering the names. It's gonna be all right. Okay, no matter what I say, Star Wars is gonna be okay. If you are okay with Star Wars now, you'll be okay with it when I'm done making fun of Star Wars. Ooh, that's weird. That Guilliman flesh will not. It's not taking. It's just not taking well to there. Huh. And she don't really have any more exposed flesh. And then finally, we got this dude. Him named Hopkin Green Frog. Or what was his name? Captain Cassio? Something like that. And you can see how, if it's just a face and that kind of thing, where you could pretty well justify just going with the contrast paints and then continuing to live your life. You do not need to go, you don't need to go 10, 15 coats deep on something that's just a face. Unless you want to, unless it's fun. It might be fun for you. I'm not going to judge you. All right, so you got that. And then, what's this aliens dude name? He's got that big old floppy hat, just like Ozone did from Breakin'. His name is Cad Bane. Why not? He has blue skin, so he's like a Tau. Yeah. Let's do his blue skin. Let's do some Talassar blue. I hardly use Talassar blue, and it's like a fan favorite amongst the contrast paints. It's a fan favorite. But I have to apply this fairly precisely. Right? It's got to go right there. So that you know who you're messing with. That's right. Cad Bane. Never heard. I don't know Star Wars. Cad Bane. Get out of here. There's a bomb in there. Cad Bane. This looks to be some sort of a respirator mask or something like that. So Cad Bane has some blue fingers. A couple of blue fingers here and there. Cad Bane. Alright. So that's Cad Bane. And then for the droids, we're going to do big ol' base coats right now, okay? So K2SO I was looking at some images of K2SO, and he's mostly iron looking. He's almost entirely iron looking, which I'm okay with. Like I'll just make him like one giant, non-metallic metal, just like him, and this floating robot will be like non-metallic metal. That's what we're gonna do. That's right. You can't stop me. So we're just gonna get a big old basilicanum gray base coat on them right now. Then I'll worry about. Then we'll worry about more. Okay. So nice iron. It will bring out a nice like iron tone. But again, see how it has the big swooping areas? You gotta make sure that you're gonna get a good full wet coat down. Just like you treat it like that Guilliman flesh. When you're doing, if you're doing contrast paint in a big old area and you got these big rounded and flat swooping spots, not swooping hawks, but swooping spots, you do it like this, man. Did you pronounce it robot? I did. What's up, man? How's it going, Lucchesi? What's new in your life? Have you decided to take the plunge and play PSO2? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Are you playing? You gonna do it? Are you gonna join the crew? Play some PSO2 with me and Miri? And Congo and Jose? All right. Yeah, like right now, there's really nothing special to report on KSO2. K2SO. Which reminds me of KRS-One. For those of you KRS-One fans. Which I'm taking it to mean I don't understand. You discovered how to save America from COVID? Cool. Is it through protesting? Please say it's through protesting. How do you do it? Outdoor miniature gaming. Please let it be outdoor miniature gaming. Maybe injecting yourself with money. Kind of like that's how Magic Johnson cured the HIV. These robots are the best commission models because they're literally 60% done as of right now. All right. Okay, I gotta wait 90 seconds for you to solve COVID-19. If I talk about it on stream, this stream might get banned for misinformation. The YouTubes will get mad at me. Speaking of which, though, why isn't my chat working on this deal? Refresh. There we go. You can't really see that much, but there we go. All right. But it's time, though. We got to do. I'm using my cheap webcam tonight, and I gotta be honest, and you guys tell me, is the picture any worse than it is normally? Because I've been using like the couple streams before this, I was using, before the Warboss Tay one, I was using my M50 Canon. Case rates will drop. Is this by letting people die? What are you proposing, sir? You won't be streaming till much later. How are you? I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm just kind of punchy. It's been a punchy Thursday for me. I'm like, did a lot of work today, and I'm like John McClane on Die Hard over the radio. How you feeling, man? Pretty fucking unappreciated, Al. That guy. That's me right now, sounding like that guy. I go through my phases like that. You know, you do a big long day and you trying to do what's right for the people around you. But I'm better now because I'm throwing paint on a Mini, so that can't be all bad. And I've been, we're painting Natalie Portman tonight, Thursdays. I'm in a Discord that says every day in 2020 is a Thursday. I agree with that. Every day in 2020 is a Thursday. Yeah, it's just been a long day. But, it's been productive. I got a lot of shit done. So I'm not all that upset. So yeah, I was gonna jump on the rest of the Mythic Battles Pantheon. And then Nelson messaged me and he was like, "Hey man, can you paint some Star Wars for me?" And I was like, "Star Wars? I guess so." So here we are, painting up some Star Wars. The Chessie, the weight is killing me. Have we solved COVID yet? I need you to tell me. What's your cheap webcam? This is a C920. And if it's doing all right, it's doing all right. I mean, really, the M50 will shine in a wider shot anyway. So maybe if I'm just painting here, it's all good. Tomorrow I may play some Guild Ball. We'll see. And if I do, I'll break out the M50 for that. You have to rewrite it on a phone. This sounds extensive. On the 920s, your best cam. I mean, they're good, solid cameras. I was actually thinking about getting a second one so that I can run a couple of cameras during my regular live stream, because sometimes if I'm showing something, you may want to see my wet palette. Some people really like to watch, and I know this is true of me when I'm watching another artist paint, and when I'm trying to learn a new style or a new technique. I think it's super important to be able to see their wet palette. Hopefully you get a game in. I hope so, man. I need it. Fiending pretty bad. I am hosting a Guild Ball tournament on Saturday. So that's cool. The only issue there is I don't typically get to play Guild Ball when I'm hosting a Guild Ball tournament. So even though it's fun, and it'd be good to get get the old crew back together. We're all going to be wearing masks and gaming outside, but, you know, a lot worse places to be right now. Oh. Just trying to get this right. Okay. All right. Just need to convince Americans that COVID is the T virus. Stay in your effing shelters, and somebody shows up without a mask, pop them in the head so it's permanent. Clean up gust filter. Oh man. I guess if we all agreed it's like a zombie virus. Maybe that is what we got. I mean, I'm kind of preparing that for towards the end of the year. You know, we may be in a full-blown zombie apocalypse maybe come October. So I got to prepare for that. Here is the problem I have with over-sculpted eyes. Is it can be very hard to get the exact area of the eye without overextending or losing clarity of the sculpt here. Like, why did they have to sculpt eyelids? It's not appropriate on a model this size, especially not one that's basically staring straight ahead. Now I have white on the eyelid, and it's bothering me. Okay. All right. Police shot an old man in Canada because he was told to wear a mask in a store and he went crazy. Damn, they just shot him. All right, I'll clean that up in a minute. Yeah, eyelids do suck. Eyelids do suck. Look at in this one here, she has the sunken in eyes, which are super also not fun. It makes it very difficult to actually get any reasonable detail in the eye. The good news is, and I don't want to say it just yet, but it looks like the skin tone is actually looking pretty good on these models, even though it's just Guilliman flesh. So I have the option of just staying with it. Right? Because it is nicely shaded. You know, if I wanted to, I could just do a quick glaze. So you're streaming later, Mr. Moffat. Oh wait, I forgot to do the black in his eyes. But yeah, when you want to do a co-stream, I think what we can do, as I was telling you, at least I think as long as our encoders are fine on both sides, the one issue might be managing two chat sections, because you're going to be responding to your chat and I'll be responding to mine. But as long as you have a screen grab and you and and we pull from the screen grab to the encoder, we should be fine. Which is something I actually probably could have tested tonight. Had I, were I able to grab somebody to hop online with me, I could have actually tested that tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. Painting eyeballs under hats also difficult. The good news with this thing is there's no teeny little people. You just paint the eyeballs in, and then you paint them red and you're good to go. This guy just looks like a Tau to me. He's just a Tau dressed as Ozone from Breakin'. Okay. K2SO has, I don't know if I can even get any sort of color in the eye here. I can try. I can try. I actually do have a little bit of color in the eye, but it does, I don't think anybody will ever see that. Unless you're like really, you hold up the model to your face and you look directly down the eyelids, maybe you'll see it. I missed what you wanted to test, but tomorrow is my wife's night to put our kids to bed, so maybe you can help. Are you talking maybe tomorrow night? Maybe. Yeah, we could try for sometime soon. That way we could do a co-stream. But co-stream with double video. That's what we got to get to. Then we can teach Dicey and Warboss Tay what they need to do on their encoder side to make that happen. Now, do you have the did you pay for a subscription on Zoom? Because if you stream with me, you don't need to have it in order for us to dual stream. But actually neither one of us need it technically, because we would just be doing a screen grab of a meeting that is not being broadcast, but it's not being streamed anywhere. There. See? This is how democracy dies. What did she say? This is how freedom dies. I'm saying her lines so well. This is my Natalie Portman impression. I love that Welch's grape jelly, kid. I'm Padme Amidala. I don't know why I'm attracted to you, little 9-year-old kid from first movie. You will grow up to be a rather creepy, intense guy. And we'll be together. And I'll make babies for you. That's my my Padme Amidala impression, folks. Oh, shoot. Nope. Screwed up. Whoa, screwed up bad. Okay. Let's come back to that eye. Let's dot these tiny little eyes on her. I know I can run a split zoom window on my OBS, so both of our cameras would show. Well, couldn't you just do you can't do a screen cap in OBS? Just not have the camera active in OBS and then just run the zoom window? I don't know. You tell me. All right. How come her eyes were tiny and that thing worked easily? This dude's eyes are also tiny. All right. Look at him go. He has those sunken in eyes that I hate to paint. But we will paint them. Sorry for the shaky cam. Oh, okay. I see. Cause you run a dual camera setup. So see, you could do that in XSplit, but XSplit is more resource intensive. So like, you could run a dual camera setup because XSplit itself counts as a video output. So you run XSplit, you run both cameras in XSplit, and then in Zoom, instead of selecting one of your cameras, you select XSplit. So you could totally do that in Zoom. All right, come on, Natalie Portman. I cannot screw up Natalie Portman's eyes, or this whole commission is over. Right? Nobody wants Natalie Portman with bad eyes. Okay. That was not the worst thing, but it still going to require some cleanup. Because I got it on target. But it's going to require just a tiny little. Why is it not registering? Yeah, it didn't register. Oh, bad eyes, Nat. I believe the term is cockeyed, right? You can have a cockeyed Nat. Actually, it looks. Can't tell. Sometimes I can't tell if if you made it from the top of the pupil to the bottom of the pupil, right? Wise thing to do is just paint right past it. All right, and then we got to dot this guy's eyes in. I would just like to say that I'm very handsome. I don't know why this guy is like a Latin lover now. Okay, there we go. All right, let's do some lips. And where's my lips? My lips color. Good old entrail pink. Oh, if you're gonna look this up, I know you were having some issues finding it. Use the number. Use the product number 29803. Maybe you could find it under that number. Perhaps. And yeah, we'll do a little cleanup on the skin and then we'll keep going. But yeah, maybe they renamed the color and therefore you could find it that way. All right. Let's give Stormtrooper. Who knows? I mean, maybe she wears. Maybe she has a little lipstick underneath her helmet. And she does look burly in the face, though. I must break you. Is it Dolph Lundgren? No, it's this lady. I must break you. And then we need some red. All right. And a little bit of red there. You get in this dude's eyes. And then once this is done, it's going to be a lot of browns. You're washing your kid's hair? Let me go grab that. It is 29803. All right. Now, oh, when did I take that red away? I got to do red on this thing. This thing took forever to paint. This guy. Feel bad to break your paint schedule? No, Nelson, I did have to paint them right away because I want you to be able. I want you to have the option of picking these up Saturday. Because that would be easiest for me. Is if they're ready to go and you can pick them up Saturday. If you can't pick them up Saturday, I will make other arrangements. But I just figured that was the easiest way to do this. Okay, let's see. We got 3 humans. One has brown hair. Another one has brown hair. And one more has brown hair. They have brown hair. That's what we what we got. They all have brown hair and dark brown hair at that. Yeah, don't sweat it, dude. It's actually you're actually doing me a half favor here because I was gonna do a full skin tutorial. Like I was gonna do a full skin tutorial on Aphrodite here, and we're supposed to do that last night, and Yvonne flaked. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll do her whenever we can. So it's fine. It just you just bought me a little bit more time for that. So okay, now on to a lot of brown hair. I have to find what I want to do for brown hair. Dark brown hair. No dice on 29803. That's it then. I have the last one in the world if you ever need to paint lips or tongues again. Sorry. I did not know I would be that close to world domination by having the last of the entrail pink. I'm sure there's another. There are probably other colors that are close. All right, so we'll go like this. Now, it's very hard to kind of tell what her outfit really is on the box art because the box art puts all of these people in half shadow all the time. so it's hard to tell. I know she's in a stormtrooper outfit, but she's not in a white stormtrooper outfit. She's in some like special brown stormtrooper outfit. All right, so we got that. Let's do Natalie's hair. Natalie. You're killing me, Annie. She's mad at Annie. You're killing me, Annie. Then Annie had to force choke her. It was really weird to see Natalie Portman, like, you know, in the romantic setting, and it just does not. There's just no spark at all in that second movie. And then you got this guy. I would just like to say that I am very sexy. I have the plans to the Death Star. Now friend zone me so we can blow up in a hug. That's my impersonation of this guy. What's his name? Captain Cassius Clay or something. I know I'm butchering the names. People are gonna start getting mad at me, like the like the Gloomhaven crowd. I regularly piss off the Gloomhaven crowd on YouTube because I keep painting the miniatures and just showing them. Dude, don't show them, you're spoiling it. I'm like, I didn't know that the first time I painted Gloomhaven. Some guy just gave me his Kickstarter Gloomhaven. He's like, do paint these, I don't know what they are. And they all came in these little separate little boxes with symbols on them. And I was like, I don't know what this is. And I just started painting them all. And then I showed them off on a live stream, and people were losing their minds. It was like I was kicking puppies or something live. They were seriously not happy about me spoiling the characters on Gloomhaven. And I'm like, you could decide not to watch. You know, I did not. I literally did not know that. You know, you're not supposed to know. Well, and I understand it's a pretty cool game mechanic when you unlock new characters and whatnot. But yeah, that was the most egregious crime I had on YouTube. Was exposing the Gloomhaven characters. Okay, still got to fix Natalie. Natalie, and she has and she's pretty much wearing all white. So so we'll work on her for a while, but I gotta fix her eyes. They're not bad, but the top eye of that is too black, and the bottom eye of that is too black. So we're gonna fix those. I'm trying to see. Okay, so because it's not always 100% consistent with Guilliman flesh, you kind of have to pick the tone that you might use for touching up. You have to pick that somewhat carefully. So we're going to do that. And, oh, what was that? And I'm doing okay on glaze medium, but I'm always getting nervous. How many players made it far enough to see the miniatures you spoiled? I don't know, but there were some visibly angry people. Because I spoiled the whole thing. The dude gave me the whole, whatever the was in the Kickstarter, and I painted all of it. And I didn't know what any of the characters were named or anything like that. It was just like, this is a rainbow gnome. This is a guy holding a chainsaw. Like, I didn't know anything. All right. So I'm going to use this color to shape the eyes. There we go. There we go. Good job, Natalie. Natalie. Do you agree that that Natalie Portman was the hottest woman on Star Wars in a Star Wars movie? Let's discuss that. Who agrees with that statement? Natalie Portman was the hottest lady in the Star Wars movies. I agree with my own statement. I'll say that. I think that she was. I wonder how many watched after learning from others that there were spoilers. Well, I did a double dip, okay? You missed out on the rainbow. No. I did a double dip. I I did this live stream where I spoiled all the characters, and then I took pictures of everything and posted it on Instagram. And people were messaging me to please take the post down. They were so mad. I got these long, like, and I was like, I wonder if I let this go on long enough, will I get death threats? But they were mad. People were mad. They're like, please take it down. Please take it down. And then finally, on Instagram, I think somebody finally sat like wrote out a full explanation. And then after I explained to that person, I'm like, look, I wasn't aware of any of that. I was hired to paint these, so I painted them, and that's a normal part of what I do. You know, when I paint something, I reserve the right to post it on social media, right? And it's good. It's a good way to promote yourself. Is you do that. You think Carrie Fisher was the hottest? She looked super classy. 4 and 5 and 6 in their slave outfit, super hot. See, Sean does not agree. Oh no, he's saying Hayo. So okay, so Nelson says it's Carrie Fisher. I say it's Portman. I mean, I think Carrie Fisher was an attractive lady for sure, and she was fantastic actress in Star Wars, the original trilogy. Yeah, she was amazing. But I don't know. I think from like a sheer attractiveness level, I'm gonna give it to Portman here. What do you think, Sean? Natalie Portman, and then honorable mention to Rose Byrne in episode 2, because I didn't remember episode 2 was on like a year ago on TV, and I caught it, and I was like, oh shit, it's Rose Byrne. I'm like, yeah, Rose Byrne is hot. She's Australian. And I have a thing for Australian ladies, so um, yeah, Rose Byrne gets an honorable mention. Oh, I didn't do this, Sean. This is Nelson stuff. I just picked up a commission here. So let's see. Looking at her outfit, it's like a cream color, and then it's got a liner in it. Those lines look freehand because it's oh no, they are in the sculpt, but it's like next to impossible to see those. Okay, let's do a liner. Let's do it. Let's do a liner, and then we'll build it up. Yeah, me and Aussie ladies. What's up, Spaz? Um, yeah, I don't know. It's their accent is like it's weird because it's like backwater. It's a little trashy. Their accents, they're a little trashy, but they're just I don't know. They're great. I love Aussie women. I don't care. My wife knows this. Her family, she's got her dad was Australian on her dad's side, so she knows, and she does a great Australian accent. So it counts. It's close enough. If I need to, if I want that Australian accent, you know what I think what it was is it's probably formative, right? Because I grew up on a lot of like Olivia Newton-John, and then if you hear like Lucy Lawless talk, with her standard Australian accent, I don't know, I just like that. But yeah, I do love me some Aussies. Who did you anger in the Star Wars community? What do you mean? The question is, who did I not anger in the Star Wars community? I'm always talking shit about Star Wars. Let's see. The new Harley. Oh yeah, Margot Robbie, also Aussie. I love that. I just love them Aussie ladies, man. Love me the Sheilas. All right. Which is Oh Sheila, also a cool song, Ready for the World. Sean knows what I'm talking about. Oh Sheila, it's a great song. Should listen to that. Okay. So let's give her a liner and then build up the color. Yeah, Lucy Lawless, and like think about like the cast of Spartacus Blood and Sand. Viva Bianca, like there's some really smoking. Katrina Law is not Australian, but a lot of the people, a lot of the cast was Australian. Right, and this is going to give me a nice little. Yes, it did tint the color down. There's not much I could have done to avoid that because these stripes are very, very tiny. But I might as well get the whole thing. Lucy Lawless was a Kiwi. She could be, and if she is, it doesn't matter. It counts. They have their accents are very close. Still counts. All right, I'll allow it. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, that whole cast of Spartacus, man, they did it. They had plenty of eye candy. If you like the females and the males, my wife and I used to watch that show fairly religiously because we were we were just honest and we like sex and violence. It's our favorite. We used to sing that when we were watching the show. Sex and violence in every episode. We would just sing that while we were watching the show. Because it's a great show. It's a great show. It's not family entertainment, I know, but it's still a great show, people. All right, I'm gonna let this I'm gonna let that dry for a minute because I gotta let that liner fully dry, and then I can start to build it back up towards the white after that. All right. What I can do in the meantime is work on some simple K2SO stuff. Who's my son's favorite droid, K2SO and IG-88. And I don't think he's watched Rouge One. I don't think he's familiar with the actual movie, but he has, like, you know, people buy him like Star Wars books and stuff, and he saw a picture of K2SO and he's like, "Daddy, who's that?" And I'm like, "That's K2SO. Do you like K2SO, Daddy?" I'm like, "Yes, I do actually like K2SO. He's kind of cool." Where is that light gray that I use for this part of the job? I cannot find it anywhere. It's starting to get on my nerves. That's not it. Although I could use that. I don't want to use it, but I could use that. You know, it's just not right. It's not right. I could use that, maybe? Really? Where's this color? Like, this is like a super important color. Oh, okay, there it is. All right. You have to show him Rouge One. It's actually legit. I don't think... I mean, he's a pretty mature kid, but I don't think he's ready to watch a movie where everybody dies. I don't think he's ready to do that yet. I do actually think Rouge One is a decent movie. And I know this is going to be a super unpopular opinion, but I didn't really like the main character, and the central story was a little shaky, but the action sequences were pretty good. I like that overall. It's a much more grim. It's a grittier Star Wars movie. I actually love that about that movie. You know, that's what I was hoping to see. Is it's like I wanted to see a Star Wars movie that would treat war with the actual sort of brutality that, you know, that is fitting. It's one of my that's one of my major complaints about Star Wars, especially the new trilogy. Was like nothing seems nothing seems scary enough. I don't know about you guys, but at no point did I ever really feel threatened by the First Order, especially when they became the Final Order. It got incredibly stupid. You're more interested in Ip Man and the Mongolian heavy character. Yeah, I mean, it's the only Star Wars movie that got some Asians in it that were pretty cool. Rose Tico. You know what I mean? Rose freaking Tico. That's what we got. That's what we got. We had Donnie Yen. We had Donnie Yen in Star Wars. We killed him in one movie. We got Rose Tico for the next movies. Come on, man. Right? Donnie Yen can make anything cool, pretty much. I'm one with the Force. I don't know. But yeah, Rogue One gets a pass from me. It's pretty good. Empire is still my all-time because I'll say this. Empire and Rogue One actually qualify as movies for me. I'll just say that. A New Hope also qualifies as a movie for me because it's got that 80s hokiness to it that I love. The rest of the movies, man, Like, I might be okay with watching a little Return of the Jedi. But I realize, once again, let me point out, yes, I have unpopular opinions. I actually do have very unpopular opinions. I remember somebody posted this meme of like, it's like if you're a true nerd, you'll like all of these franchises. And it had all franchises that I did not like on there. And I was like, yeah, not a nerd. Okay. This is a super, super light dry brush that I'm gonna just really slowly build up. I had thought about doing like a true metallic on K2SO, but then he wouldn't match the other droids that you have, Nelson. So we'll use other means to get there. If you're a true nerd, you would like the Crow. I did like the Crow, but no, that wasn't one of the franchises on there. And the Crow is literally the is literally the same plot as the Wraith. And I know most of you guys are too young to remember that movie, but the Wraith was a Charlie Sheen movie from the 80s, and it had Sherilyn Fenn in it. And the only difference between the Crow and the Wraith is the Crow had a crow, and the Wraith had a car, and that was it. Morphine is bad for you. So the Crow is alright. I like the Crow. It's alright. Got Brandon Lee. I like Brandon Lee. Alright. K2SO coming alive. That's all I remember about the Crow. The Crow is cool. My wife likes the Crow, but she has a massive thing for Brandon Lee. All right. So Sean, by the way, as I am painting tonight, I will not have time to cut out the Batman stuff. So we will be playing Guild Ball tomorrow, and I hope that is okay with you. And I'll try to bring the full setup so we can record it at least. I mean, I can bring the Batman cards so I can show you some basics about the game. And maybe we can. Oh no, I still would have to cut out the cards. We still have to cut out the objective cards, and I don't know if I've got that kind of time. Maybe I can do it at work. Maybe Fridays are generally pretty light for me, so maybe I can do it. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. All right. I know it doesn't look like I did much. That's the point. Let's move on to a white dry brush, right? And then we'll get back to Natalie. BMG. Yeah, let's get Sean to play with us. Definitely. BMG is pretty fire, Sean. I'm not gonna lie. The game is pretty fire. I'm pretty hype over it. And full disclosure, I'm pretty happy Nelson has a commission for me because I need to buy some BMG. I need to get me some BMG. I might be buying some Watchmen for this. Let's see. I've been looking at them Watchmen. They look pretty good. Can't decide if I want to do Watchmen or they have another set at CQ that I like. You had the theme song to the cartoon Mask stuck in my head all day. The Masked Crusaders working overtime, fighting crime. It's a great show, man. I think Sean and Nelson are a little too young to remember Mask. Them toys were dope. I had most of that set, man. I had the helicopter dude that's the motorcycle that turns into the helicopter, and had the boat thing, and the pilots in Mask were sick because they were smaller than your standard G.I. Joe action figure, but they had the masks, and that was pretty dope. All right, so this is going to be a much more targeted application here. By the way, have you ever tried dry brushing with oils? Did you know if you can get the consistency right on an oil dry brush, it looks super good. And you can obviously it's an oil, so you have plenty of time to clean up the rough stuff. Whereas water-based, it's a little bit harder to clean up a rough water-based dry brush. Like, I don't want to dry brush. See the long tube-ish parts of the legs there? I don't want to dry brush that too hard because I don't want it to look like super powdery there. But there's still a way you can fix that, and I'll actually show you that way. Let me show you the way. But first, let's get that. See how we're getting a nice little edge highlight all over K2SO here. I know he has this he has a little badge there. Nelson, I don't think I'll be able to get that. Is there like a transfer or something that we could put on his shoulder? He had the car in the big truck. Dude, Masks was cool. Sean, are you going to be able to, I'm assuming since you're coming down tomorrow, that you're not going to be able to make the Saturday tournament. Is that accurate? Because if you have to choose between one or the other, I would say go to the tournament Saturday. Like, get a whole day's worth of Guild Ball. Don't just come and game with me. But you tell me. I'm sorry, what was the question? Oh, I didn't have a question specifically for you, Nelson. Other than, what do you think I should get? Should I get? Because I may buy a Batman set from CQ, and I like the Watchmen set, but I also like kind of like the Penguin set, and I've never run Penguin. And I also like, what was the other set they had there? I'll just leave it at that for now. Oh, the Cobra set. You can't make the tournament, you're considering work. I see. Yeah, okay, no worries, dude. No worries, dude. Tomorrow it is. gotta decide what team I want to play tomorrow. Let me know if you have a preference. I'm down to play. The 3 teams I'm down to play tomorrow are Order, Engies, and Alchemists. Because I'm always down to play Alchemists because they're fun. So if you have a preference, let me know. Otherwise, I'll have to figure it out, like make a game time decision. Pretty good. Yeah. I did have a question for you, Nelson. My bad. So K2SO has a symbol here. He has like a little logo thing, and I do not think I could freehand that with any sort of justice. So do you have like a sheet of transfers or something that you want to put on there for this dude? Where'd the floaty robot go? There it is. You can figure out what you should play. You did pretty well with Nav's last game, so that's a good option. I know you like your fish. That's a good option. Blacksmiths. I don't know. You can play what you like. Whatever floats your boat, man. All right. Pretty cool. LGS was running BMG stuff at 50%. I've been avoiding going to the LGS due to budget reasons. Well, be aware, David. Some of that BMG, especially the metal kit, may not have rules in 3rd edition. So what I would strongly recommend is pulling up the crew builder and looking at, like, build yourself some theoretical crews and then look at, what your LGS has if you're going to go that route. Oh, you have stickers. Okay, cool. All right, more K2SO. He has in some of these photos he has a blue tinge. In other photos he has an iron tinge. In this one photo he has a red tinge. I really can't tell. I mean, I know he's got it's basically all I can tell is he kind of has a yellow stripe that goes on the inside of his arm, and that's it. He doesn't really have much color going for him. So what I can do is I think I'll give him a very, very soft blue tinge. I think that's what we'll do. You play by my own rules. I think he should have, because he almost has a little bit of like a surgeon touch to him, a surgeon's blue touch to him. So I think that's where I want to go. What do you think about that? Do you think I think we can do that with very little hassle. Now I got Masked Crusaders. Masked Crusader, working overtime. That's right. All right. He's very dark charcoal with silver tint in the movie. So this is pretty close. I will give him a very minor. Let's give him a very minor little bluish thing, and then we'll see what we got. Right. So I'm going to do a little bit of Gryph-Charger Gray, and it's just going to put a nice little. What I'm really trying to do is differentiate him from the little floaty robot. Right. You don't want him and the floaty robot to be the exact same color. So I'm going to do some Gryph-Charger Gray, and the Gryph-Charger Gray is going to make these lighter areas look a little bit blue. I've thinned it down, and I'm going to test a little part of the leg here. Even the thinned down, it's not No, it's no, that I'm not that impressed with it. It's just darkening it. Okay. Here's what I'll do. Let's give it a little bit of a little more intense. It is an infectious song. Ooh, you may go old school and bring back the fish. Do it, man. Fish are, that's good. Fish are fun. Okay. I'm gonna add a little Talisar blue. You just gotta trust me. This is gonna work. It's gotta work. It's fine. I just want a little bit of blue. Right? So a little bit of Talisar blue in here. Yeah. That's actually quite nice. Okay, good. And I just thin that out. Let's thin it out a little bit. K2SO does look like, he does look a little bit like those medical droids, right? To me, he does. He's definitely an Asian droid. They wanted him to be Doctor. You should be Doctor. Yeah, see if I do that. It's actually really nice. You gotta get to bed? Alright, dude. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Look at that. Yeah, that's nice. It just gives you a little bit of blue tinge. And just makes the overall look more interesting. So I'm gonna put it down, and I'm gonna treat it like a glaze, right? So I'm gonna put down, you can see it there on the legs, and then I'm just gonna move it with water, right? And let it grab the areas it needs to grab. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of dope. Right? A little blue here, a little blue there, and then you'll see how I blend it in. A bit, yes, but he's like 7'2" in the lore. He just reminds me of a surgical, the medical droid. It's his face. His face looks like the medical droid from Empire. Now that David's gone, I still have this stupid Masked Crusader song stuck in my head. Working overtime, fighting crime, fighting crime. So it is leaving kind of this cool, like, blue tinge without being overpowering, right? It doesn't look like a blue robot. It still looks like a steel robot, but as you kind of move your way, as your eyes kind of move around the robot, you'll pick up that blue. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know. What do you think, Nelson? It definitely, it differentiates him from the regular droids. And it does make it look like he's got some really cool, like, blending going on. I think it looks cool. Let's let it dry. See how we do. All right. Pretty happy with that. Oh, before we leave him though, let's get this yellow down. So you can't just go straight yellow. You have to hit it with white first. And then go yellow. And you're like, man, even as a droid, Alan Tudyk still dies. Why do they keep killing Alan Tudyk in all these cool movies? All right. Yeah, I'm liking that blue. We'll see, like especially when we get the base in, the colors of the base down. I think we're gonna like it, man. I think so. And now I'm out of good yellow. I need a good yellow. I can use this deep yellow. But yeah, I am liking Keto. But yeah, Sean, play whatever tomorrow, dude. It'll be fun. I am so rusty at Guild Ball. I need to get my I have to get my groove back. Good stuff. All right, so what else is new with you folks? I'm getting pretty stoked to finish off this Mythic Battles Pantheon. There's not many humans left. I think there's about 4, well, plus Bellerophon, so we'll call it 5 humanoids left, and then a lot of it is just monsters from here. Oh, can I get that yellow in there without messing this up? Yeah, I can. Right, so there's like 6 or 7 doggies left to do. A phoenix, a griffin. There's some kind of ogre-looking thing. But that'll be cool when that's done. Also, right now you're looking at Batman teams. Also, I have to paint Chris's Birds of Prey. Oh, doesn't K2SO have... No, it's like this dude has like no color. But I think this blue... I think that blue tinge is... I think it's pretty good. It's pretty convincing to me. Alright, pretty happy with that. Let's do this. Little dotty dot right there. Cool. And then let's do some. I haven't seen much updates for Batman objective cards for other teams. No, there's only, I think according to Chris, there's only a few teams that have decks right now. All right. So now we're gonna layer this up to be that off-white, right? So I need a dirty bone. What? Do I have any more dirty bone? Thought I would never run out of dirty bone. Thought there would always be. When you're talking about me, we're always talking about a dirty bone. Where? I have bone white. I can use this bone white. You're a grandpa. That's new. Congratulations on being a grandpa. That's awesome. I want to be a grandpa one day. Totally want. You guys can see me as a grandpa. I want to be like a judgmental grandpa. That would be great. That would be awesome. Judgmental grandpa. We're not gonna do glazes here. We're gonna do matte medium because I want this white to flow out well. I don't necessarily need a glaze, so we're gonna use matte medium instead of glaze medium. Oh, maybe not this matte medium. That was chunky and terrifying. There we go. Now I have the matte medium kind of doing what it's still kind of chunky and livery. But let's build it up. So matte medium, we're gonna use this off-white, and I'm gonna add some. I gotta add thinner medium and flow improver. Maybe just thinner medium. Have I gone too high tech with my dilution? Probably. Whoa, I certainly did at that point. Like way too much. All right. All right, Padme Amidala. Padme. Where's Padme? No, I'm still gonna do it. Still gonna do it. No. Okay, got out of my system. Ooh. This sucker is not gonna want to cover, is it? It's not flowing very well. It's flowing okay. I just want a little more opacity in there. No! Oops, added the wrong color. You had the worst scene ever. I think James Earl Jones had to sleep in a pile of cash that night so that he wouldn't have nightmares of going into the studio and recording that voiceover. You know, he just walked off the set of Simba, I am your father. he finishes saying that, and they're like, "No, next one. Hand him his lines." Wait, I'm saying what? What? What is this? What is this madness? Just, Mr. Jones, we're gonna pay you millions of dollars. Just say it. No. like I said, they had to they had to lull him to sleep with millions of dollars. All right. Maybe Lex with Deathstroke. That's kind of cool. They do have a Luthor crew at CQ. No. There's a million ways to make that scene and make it even more heartfelt and dramatic. I think it would be best if he pretended not to be affected by it, you know, after they tell him. Like he kind of keeps a brave face and then silently walks away somewhere and he's like holding something of hers that meant something to him. I think that would be pretty powerful, right? And they don't say a word. He doesn't say a word. You just see it. Or no could also be not good. They could also be a waste of amazing talent. You could do it that way, Lucas. Ooh. I need this to flow out just a little bit better. Actually, it's not terrible. It's just sometimes that matte medium is just way thick. Oh man, I would have been better off just using glaze medium. Stupid matte medium. That's more powerful too. Yeah, I like the understated. I like, to me, the really good dramatic scenes are where, you know, there's something boiling underneath the surface and you don't have to have this kind of ridiculous outpouring. Can you imagine George Lucas having to explain that to James Earl Jones? Okay, you're just waking up from surgery, and you want to ask, where's Padme? All right, where's Padme? Good, good. We'll keep that one. That was a good one. Okay, now they tell you that Padme's dead. Okay, what's my line? Your line is, no! Can you do that, Mr. James Earl Jones? That's stupid. I don't want. Here's a bunch of money, James Earl Jones. Okay, we'll do it. No! I would have done that. Don't tell me I was the only person in the movie theater that laughed when that scene happened. And yes, I did watch all of the prequels in the movie theater. Because at the time, I was trying to give Star Wars a chance. But I did, I walked out of episode 1 feeling really kind of bummed. Did not like episode 1. Walked out of the theater and I was like everyone was like walking out of their hype and I was like, I don't like this. I don't think that was a good movie. And then 2 was even worse. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to come back for 3. And then the trailer for 3 came out and I'm like, okay, at least this one looks dark. I'll watch that, right? He'll finally turn into Darth Vader instead of being this like angsty emo kid. And we get no. I don't think Apothecary White will really work here. I think we got to just do this the old way. Right? No, I actually covered my face and said what the fuck during that scene too, even though I loved everything else in episode 3. I think in my opinion, I think they got the characters backwards between Obi-Wan and Anakin. I feel like Obi-Wan should have been more reckless and Anakin, his student, like more calm and collected. But definitely, something boiling underneath the surface. I really like that. I like this idea of Obi-Wan being a more passionate, Jedi, and then him having to learn how to, control himself, control his emotions. Whereas Anakin appears like he has very good control of his emotions, but Yoda and the Council can sense that he's not really controlling his emotions. Um, he's killing parts of himself as a shortcut to make it look like he's controlling his emotions. Instead, we get whiny kid. The Riddler crew is so good looking. It's so good looking. If they had it there at CQ, I would have already bought it because that is a awesome looking crew, and I can't wait for that deck to come out. No. Yeah, so we're getting a bunch of this white down. Starting to see her outfit pop through. We were joking about maybe taking the midriff off. Yeah, I would have bought that just because it's such a great looking crew. So I got the pinstripe in there, but you can't really see it. I guess I could bring the camera in since I'm not dealing with giant gods like I've been. Hold on. Just so you can get a little bit of close up. Let's move in. No. Can I go closer? I can't go. I can't really go any closer than that. Okay. CQ did have second edition Riddler crew a while back. That's cool. The new Watchmen sculpts look really good. All right. It's looking pretty good. Color of the boots. So the boots, it's kind of a taupe color, the accent color here. So let's go ahead and let's get the taupe color down. Should have a taupe color. I could use that. That's not bad. It's not terrible. Could use that. This is actually a little more accurate, so we'll use this. Will it look like Natalie Portman? You tell me. Natalie. What am I doing? I actually have that color right there. This side of it is that color. No, it's not. It's not differentiated enough. It's not bad. It's just not differentiated enough. Needs a little bit more, just a hair more gray in there to tone it. Maybe even a little, like a little spot of green. Right? Not like bright green, olive green. To give it more of a taupe look. That might actually work. That's not bad. That might actually work. I got a little bit of a warmer color by throwing just a tiny little drop of green in there. Run, Annie. Yeah, this will actually work. If I do this, and I mean, if I wanted to, I could do a little skeleton horde to warm it up a little bit. That skeleton horde may take me too far, though. This is not bad. All right. What about you, Nelson? Any plans for a specific Batman cruise you would want to run in third? Bat Family would be fun. I've been thinking about that. You could do a pretty cool Bat Family list. I'm likely to run Bat Family without Batman, though. Right? Run Batwoman as the leader. You could run Batgirl as the sidekick, or your choice of Robins, whatever Robins you wanted. This isn't covering so well. Not covering so well, but should look pretty good when it's done. Because it's a nice soft blended miniature. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's keep punching up that white a little bit more. We need to get to like a pure off-white. Batman Who Laughs crew. Bat Joker with a bunch of evil Robins. That would be cool. We should totally do that. Where's that? What am I doing? It's time for a little glaze medium. All right. So we'll actually have a little bit more tonal shift than the studio art, which I think is a good thing. We want this to look a little cleaner. All right. There we go. Getting some Natalie Portman now. You can see that previous layer is still very transparent, but we're just going to keep building it up until we have the look that we want. It's a very clean miniature. A very clean mini. And the way I diluted things, I can reasonably blend this all pretty well. Right? I don't want the miniature looking sloppy. I want it to look pretty clear. Right? So you can see, so you get good visibility on the colors. Now, what do you think about this, Nelson? She should be on, because of the outfit she's wearing, she should be on like a more desert style base, where a lot of these other minis should be on like your standard forest style bases. Or would you rather them all be on like the same like generic forest style base? Let me know, sir. So I will continue to paint this mini. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. It's looking pretty good now. Right. So make that look more opaque. Make the boots look more opaque. Yeah, desert's right for her, right? So we'll do a desert style base on her. And then the other guys will get like a forest style base. I mean, K2SO, technically those guys were kind of fighting on a beach type planet, so we could also do a desert style base for them too if you wanted, but I'll leave that up to you. You can decide how you want to do that. All right. So if you've never heard it before, do yourself a favor and on YouTube look up Natalie's Rap by The Lonely Island, and you will have the exact song that is running in my head right now. All right. I think we're pretty good on her. Let's get that. Let's get that sand down. That's good too. It would be sand like and put tufts down. Okay. We'll do. So little Agaros dunes here. So should they all, for simplicity, should they all just kind of have this style base? And I'll put like desert tufts or like desert flowers down. Is that cool? Let's do K2SO. Welcome back, Sean. K2SO is looking pretty slick. All right, cool. And then this row bit. So we got the droids and Natalie done. Maybe we can get the one other character done. Maybe the Stormtrooper. Let me see if I can Google her outfit. Or I could do Captain Cassian, or whatever his name is. Cassius Clay, whatever that dude's name is. Alright, so those are looking pretty good. Yeah, if we got K2SO done, maybe we do Captain Dude McGuy. Because Captain Dude McGuy has Cassian Andor. Let's look at his, let me Google his outfit. Cassian Andor. Okay, so it's not the brown outfit. This is the jacket. He's got the winter coat. I'm basing this on the action figure. So it's like a blue coat, brown pants. He's got that taupe stripe. A lot of taupe we're needing on these. Better go find my taupe. That's kind of taupe. I think I have a better taupe. So is the Mad Hatter crew not a thing anymore? Sadly, Wonderland is not a crew anymore. They demoted my man Tetch. He is now a free agent. He is not a leader anymore. Sad times F's in the chat. Discrimination against the small. Smaller. Oh. It's kind of a weird blue he's wearing. Okay. Let's get that taupe down on the stripe. He's got white gloves. He doesn't have the backpack on that one. The backpack, I believe, is also the taupe color. The white rabbit is gone. Yeah, sadness. I still have my white rabbit mini, and I love that mini to pieces. And I still have Tweedledee and Tweedledum. It's not fair, man. Why they gotta do my man Tetch that way? I think they've been watching me play. They were watching me play. They watched what I did to Robin when I hypnotized Batman and he bitch slapped the shit out of Robin and knocked him unconscious. It was literally the Batman meme where Batman is smacking Robin. No! Abel, I pulled that off in a game. It was one of the funniest things. It was one of the funniest things I think that ever happened to our gaming group. Was that game. Batman had some good times, man. There was another time when Firefly, Nelson, you remember these. Another time Firefly like flew up the side of a building and just burned Catwoman off of the building. we had good times, man. Batman is good stuff. All right. Okay. So got a little that done for Cassian. Let's get the blue on his jacket down. I know this may be too, yeah, it's a little too transparent. Here's what we'll do. Just make that shit less transparent. That's all we gotta do. That's all we gotta do. You remember Firefly Torch Catwoman? She fell down in the building and almost. Yeah. Batman is freaking hilarious, man. Love that game. You know, I don't think you're quite as likely to get those kind of hilarious mishaps in 3rd edition, but overall it is a much better game. Yeah, don't worry about this blue right now. I know it's coming in real light. I'll tone it down. Make sure we get to the right blue. Because it's looking awful light right now. Yeah, it needs a... I need a proper proper blue in this mix. I got an idea. I know what I can do. I don't know why I'm still painting. I can make this blue, I can throw a little bit of a darker tone in it. Andrew's first game with Black Manta versus Mark's Deadshot. It was Critical Six's instant death ray kill. I remember that. We were like, why would you use death ray? Andrew just shoots with the death ray. Dead. Oh, Batman. I don't know what the new rule is for death ray, but I do have a Black Manta from the Monolith game we could use if anyone ever wanted to use Black Manta. We could try it out. There we go. There we go. That is the correct blue. How much better? Okay. Black Manta is awesome. He's got one of the coolest outfits. I remember how he had all these really completely useless underwater rules in the original BMG. You're like, underwater breathing. You're like, when will you ever be underwater in a standard game of Batman? Like, I get they wanted to capture the essence of that character as best as they could, but if it doesn't, if it will never ever come up in game, why even have the rule? Oops. But that's Batman First Edition for you. They didn't care whether or not you actually needed the rule. You were gonna get it because it was correct for Batman. That Bat Family bundle, yeah. I almost have a working Bat Family crew I could field. I need some Robins though. I need Damian, but Damian comes in. I have to buy the Court of Owls box to get the Damian I want. Although I think he is available in a separate box. Is this right? I hope so. Somebody's firing off fireworks. That's just dumb. Hey man, I love America too, but America's birthday is over. You don't want Damian with his mutated sibling? That's kind of a cool set too. I just don't know how important it is for me to have Damien personally. Okay, so he's got that kind of brown. That's going to be not that one. It's going to be that one, but I need a more full bottle. I do like that he looks like a Hoth trooper. I do like that a lot. I can see, you know, if we got used to Batman 3.0, that we would play it pretty regularly just because of how fast it is. I could see that. It's one of the things that has me most hyped about gaming. You guys have any comments or anything for me so far? Mr. Nelson, feeling all right about these minis so far? Looks like I'll be able to get 4 done tonight. Maybe 5? Most likely 4. We'll stick with 4. We can get 4 done tonight and then knock out the other 2 tomorrow night and then have these for you by Saturday. That's the plan. Then you can break out that Legion. Right? Jason will probably meet you for Legion, I would expect. It's pretty good. Getting there. For sure it's sweet. I can't wait for... Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I do like how that Padme turned out. She looks pretty cool. I'm a little worried about the last 2 characters because I don't understand their designs. So I'll have to Google them. And we'll see about Cad Bane. I'm Cad Bane. Now these Star Wars minis, this was the first time the kits you gave me for them were hard plastic. I'm used to working with the older PVC kits. The hard plastic kits are not terrible though. You know, they don't come in a million pieces the way Malifaux kits do. So you could put them together really easily without instructions. And yeah, and they paint up They paint up pretty nice. The designs are sharp. The sculpts are nice and crisp, so you can. Oh, geez, that paint ran all over that. Sucks. Let me clean that up. Not sure why I did that. We're good to go now. We're good to go. Got a little bit of run. All right. Let's Agaros Dunes this guy. He's looking pretty cool. Where's Agaros Dunes? Where is it? All right. Oh, let's just keep going. Let's see how many we can do. Right? Maybe these guys are easier designs than I thought. Cad Bane is a bunch of browns, and so is she. All right, cool. Let's let him dry. Let's move over to her. While all that stuff is drying on him. Her name is Iden Versio or Eden Versio? Iden Versio. Iden Versio. All right. So she's a Hispanic lady. I have her a little bit. She's a little bit on the Caucasian side, so I can tone her skin down just a hair. Let's do that real quick. Let's give her the proper ethnicity. For someone gets mad at me that I'm whitewashing Star Wars characters. I find it funny that they actually tried to go after Star Wars a few years ago by saying it was white supremacist because you know they wouldn't show James Earl Jones. They used that white dude to be Darth Vader when they took his helmet off, and then other people were saying it was racist because the bad guy is this giant black man. So I'm surprised that they haven't. I'm surprised that they were. Everybody kind of gave Star Wars a pass because if the SJWs if they have to give up Star Wars, then you've lost. They will never give up Star Wars. All right, there we go. Give her a little. That's a very quick tan. She got a very quick tan. All right. She's red and black. Let's look at this suit. So, is there like a computer drawing of her? It's mostly black, it looks like. It's like mostly black, and then there's some red detail in it. I'm trying to look at the... Yeah, it's pretty much all black, but just like a couple of red shoulder pads. Like the shoulder pad's red. There's a red insignia here. I think I'll just make that red, this red, and then there's supposed to be a little patch here that's also red. And then the rest of this is just black. Holy crap, we will be able to finish these tonight. If that's what we're doing, man, this is gonna go fast. Let's see. Unless I can't find my paint. What about Lando? OG Lando was awesome. He always made me laugh smooching. Oh my god, Billy D is the best. Billy D is like a god over in the Philippines because he was the spokesman for Colt 45 malt liquor. And man, them Filipinos, we do like our malt liquor. So you could still, when I was over there, you could still hear him, like his old commercials that he voiced. I'm reaching for Colt 45. And then the Filipino announcers, they would find the most baritone Filipino announcers to go, when you are reaching for the best, you should have the best. Colt 45. Anyway, they have that dope accent for Colt 45. Colt 45. Like literally, she's just, there's only like a couple of spots that are red on her. I don't even know what patch this is, but there's a red patch right here too. Dude, that's hot. All right. And then this is just black. All of this is just black. That's crazy. Let's do it. We'll do Black Templar, and then some bits will actually take all the way down to Abaddon Black. Where's the rest of my Black Templar? I need the Colt 45. I do that voice for Jose. He always gets a kick out of it. See, he knows that commercial that I'm talking about. When you're reaching for the best, you should have the best. Colt 45. All right. So we'll do this as kind of a first base, and then I'll make some of the because some of this is cloth and some of it's armor. So I'll need the armor to get pretty black. Right there. Especially where it's you were not kidding, Nelson. Her outfit is just black, mostly black, and then a little bit of red. Wow. It's like painting Batman. Whee! And then we'll get the sand in, do the weapon. Okay, it does look dope though. I can't believe it. Well, this was an extremely simple color scheme. I do have to go back in and make sure the armor is a little darker than the cloth. But that's about it. She's just, bam! There she go. Actually, what I should do instead of doing that is I should leave that where it's at, and then just do slight highlights on the cloth. Probably the fastest way to do that. And it will look cleaner if I do it that way. She is very cool. I mean, once you get the faces done on these, they're really not that bad. It's if you have a little bit of skill and a lot more patience, and you can do the faces correct. I mean, actually, I'm looking at this and it's pretty convincing. It does actually look like her. All right, let's let that dry. And part of this too is like, you see how I just go boom, let that dry, and then we just move on to the next one. It's kind of what. All right, this dude's name is Cad Bane. Cad Bane. All right, now I'm looking at art for Cad Bane. Face the camera so I know. Some cool art looking for. He looks like a. Okay, so you see again a lot of browns, a lot of browns, a lot of dark grays. Let's look at the. We'll look at the box too for the Cad Bane. It's got a little bit of green. How come this one has like? He has like. Oh, I see. He's got kind of like a purplish tone around his armbands. So the undertone is okay. So the undertone is like wildwood at the very bottom of this, and then his face. You gonna go? Good night, Sean. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Yeah, first things first. Let's get the area around his face. All right. So I'll finish off his face. His design is a little more complex than the other ones, but it's all, it's all pretty earthy colors. None of it's like terribly shocking to have to deal with. Here's these pistolas. And then, like I was saying, there's a little bit of purple on his sleeves around the gun, but that's really not the biggest deal. This is gray here. It's got a gray band right there on his hat. So that and that is gray, right? Okay. Okay, and then Wildwood undergarments. Or is it darker? No, it's Wildwood. Wildwood undergarments. Where did it go, though? Where'd my paint go? Painting too fast. I lost my paint. Yeah, it's actually, it's almost, yeah, that's right. Wildwood. The deepest layer is even darker. Okay, the deepest layer is Cygor brown. Okay, just following this thing. So down here, this right here is Cygor brown, because that's the darkest part. And then he has chaps, which are slightly lighter. Those will be Wildwood. And then he has this shirt here. The shirt is a little bit lighter. Actually, let's keep the shirt Cygor brown too. No, it should be. His shirt is like an olive color. I got an idea. Yeah, his shirt's like an olive color, so I'll use a couple of different tones to get that. It'll start off with green, and then I'll tone it down with a brown, and it'll be this nice little olive mix. Okay, so it'll go like that. All right. Then his chaps and boots. Oh, the boots are kind of an olive color on the bottom. Right? So I do this too down here. But it's very important to, we're only using this green as a lens, as a tint. Okay, so that's like that. You'll see when I blend this all together, it'll work. Okay. All right. Now let's do the bracers, and the bracers are actually, there's a purple tone to them. So I've got to do this, but I've got to do it very lightly. Okay. Most people won't even notice that that's really purple, because it just looks dark. It just looks like, it's just going to look dark brown, especially when I blend it. It'll just look dark brown. Actually pretty cool looking. All right. And then now I can go work on the chaps, which are going to be Wildwood. Right. Is that the same color that the hat is? Not quite. The hat's slightly lighter. But I can probably make all of that work. All right. So the wildwood here. You can barely tell the color difference between wildwood and Cygor brown. But it is a lot of different browns going down on this guy. And then when I go to snakebite leather and Gore-Grunta fur, it'll be interesting. I think his overcoat is going to be Gore-Grunta fur. Oh, I totally forgot. I still have to do the purple. But man, we're still doing all right on time. We're not bad at all. So I can have these done, if not 90% done tonight, which would be amazing. He has all kinds of little just colors playing. Okay. All right, man. So it's just looks like it's just kind of us hanging out now, Nelson. There may be some lurkers. Yeah, it's time to do the snakebite leather. And this we're gonna want to apply fairly evenly on the hat. Oh man. Yeah, looking forward to taking care of some work tomorrow, and then getting to play a little Guild Ball. And then Saturday is Guild Ball, but I will, like I said, probably not end up playing. And for you, it'd be a good idea to just go, if you wanted to, just go and hang out. Maybe see some folks that you haven't seen in a while. Big old brim on that hat. Pretty cool though. Yeah, it's super quiet right now. Quiet's good though. Okay, do not want that there. So I gotta be very careful about getting that off, right? Just removing the pooling area stuff. Trying to get this nice and even. All right, now we can do the overall coat here. And there's still some stuff I have to avoid. This saddlebag is going to be a different color leather. So that's a different color. And We're still going to blend some color in with that green to make it a little bit more olive looking. But yeah, this dude's coming to life already. Yeah, CQ. We're going to be set up outside. Man, that is awesome. We can just really nail the color on these. Right. Make sure nothing's pulling. Sometimes this stuff does get a little thick towards the end as it's starting to set up, so you got to be careful. But you don't want anything pooling into like a thick brown puddle. That would suck. Yeah, dude here is going off though. Okay, and then let's do the Cygor or Garganta Fur. Garganta Fur. Man, this is going super fast now. I'll make sure we can blend all of these together, but I don't even think we have to. I think you've got good differentiation here. You've got good colors on all the different leathers, the coats, the guns. Like maybe they came up with this entire palette on contrast paints. Who knows, man? Look at that. It's basically done. It just needs let's give it a little touch of the wildwood. Here and there. And I want that to dry, leaving behind an olive color on that shirt and on the boots. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Crazy, man. Crazy. Dude is basically done. This stuff is basically done, Nelson. That was crazy, man. That was one hell of a finish there. And I feel like we got everything we wanted. We got the right highlights down, got the right tones down. Nothing looks too overdone. Everything looks pretty even. Man, that is nutballs. Let's do the tufts. It's like the same. I know, right? This is like this would be like emergency service. If you're like, I have a game tomorrow, and we just cranked through it. I guess that was I guess that I was in the zone, so to speak. That was a question on the painting challenge. You know, have you ever felt like you were in the zone? Sometimes, like that was just gelling. Everything that was like every decision I had was like good, was like solid. I did not need to backtrack and really change anything. Oh, there is something I do need to do though, and it's on her now that most of the black is dried. I want to give her a little bit extra black on her armor plates and stuff. Right? Again, maybe only 6 out of 10 people notice that this is here, but you'll notice. Yeah, that looks awesome. Right? Really kind of give that stormtrooper, the stormtrooper plates the attention they deserve. Wow. All too easy, what Vader would say. All too easy. All right. Yeah, that just worked out exactly how we wanted that to go. Crazy. All right, tufts. And I just so happen to have 6 tufts left. Perfect. Perfect. The tuft on that robot, though, that's going to be a little tough. Just because I'm going to have to peel the thing off for the clear flying base. It's okay. Not the end of the world, but it's the size of the tuft is a little going to make this a little bit trickier. It's okay. All I really have to do is just give that ample time to dry. And then tomorrow, I'll look at what tufts they have at CQ. Okay. Let's do this one behind. Crazy sauce, man. I will have to wait till tomorrow to seal them up, though. No, yeah, I will. I will have to wait till tomorrow to seal them. I'm giving Amidala flowers. I don't care if you have a problem with that. We're gonna give her flowers. She deserves flowers. Just because, like I said, I think she's the hottest girl in Star Wars, so she gets flowers. Definitely not the best actress in Star Wars, but in my opinion, hot. So, flowers for you. Even got her some matching white flowers. This guy is, we painted this guy so fast that the glue turned Agaros dunes. Super funny. I can't believe we finished. It's crazy. Crazy. But I love that. That means we didn't, you know, we're still very, very well on schedule for the July painting challenge. And I can still get to the promo stuff that I promised to do. And yeah, I've got, and then Chris will have Birds of Prey coming in for me at some point. That was good times. Kind of sums up the day for me. It was a very hectic day, but very, very productive. You know, spent a lot of the day frustrated, but also was getting mad work done. Where's Padme? Any questions or comments while I'm wrapping these up? Another batch ad. Sorry to hear about your crap day. Oh, don't sweat it, dude. It wasn't, I guess I can't say it was really crap. It was just frustrating. There was stuff I was trying to achieve and I got it. I had a manager who is kind of a rival of mine try to throw me under the bus. She failed. So that's good. Just stuff like that. Dealing with people that that don't give a shit about you. That's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you give people your best, or you offer them things, you offer them your time, and they don't value it. But like I said, on the plus side, is able to capitalize on, you know, you hit me at the right time, and I was like, kind of looked at my challenge and said, sure, I could fit in a. I was expecting the commission to take 2 nights to complete, right? So I was like, I already kind of removed 2 nights on my calendar to do this, but hey, 1 night's even better. I think you're going to be happy with these though. They're super nice. They look clean. You know, Basing's good on them. The faces are good on them. I think you'll be pretty happy with these. All right. I feel like my paintbrush is smoking a little bit. Like, we'll hose it down. All right, folks. So I'll let these dry. And then I'm going to shoot a recap video here in a minute, call it a day. So, yeah, that's it for this video. Anyone have any final comments before I sign off here? Let's go through the miniatures again. So we got this droid, which I have no idea what that is. We got Cad Bane. Kind of hard to see his face. There's a little shadow here. Very happy. Good. I like the little double action gun shooter style. We got Iden. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Eden with her sniper rifle, which is a very simple design, but very super clean. Just clean, and the face and the complexion worked out well. We got Cassian. Looks cool, Hoth Trooper style, right? Nice differentiation on him. We got K2SO, who has this really neat, like bluish gray thing going that you kind of have to see. And then finally, we got Natalie Portman. Natalie, there she is. So yeah, pretty happy with that, everybody. So with that, we're gonna call our video to a close. That's it for this video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.